150 years ago, Pope Pius IX gave this icon of Our Lady to the Redemptorists. The original, we think, was painted in Crete about in the last 1,000 years at some point, and ended up in Rome through a long and rather exciting story. And eventually it came into the possession of the Redemptorists in Rome, and Pope Pius IX was presented with a copy and thought this was a marvellous, marvellous image of the Virgin Mary and the infant Jesus, and said, make her known throughout the world. He was so impressed, he gave us this mission to spread devotion to Our Lady throughout the world. When the Redemptorists came to London, Our Lady came with us, and we set up the shrine here, and we've been fostering devotion to Our Blessed Lady under the title of Perpetual Succour, which means Perpetual Help, always ready to help us in a sort of nurturing way, a motherly, nurturing way. And as part of that, every year we have, in the run-up to the feast of Our Lady of Perpetual Succour, 9 days of prayer, what's known as the Novena, when there are special events, extra masses, and there'll be plenty of opportunity to go to confession to Redemptorist priests as well. So it'll be a very exciting event. Lots of people will come from all around London and possibly beyond to offer their intentions to God through the intercession of Our Blessed Lady. And so many people come, it's such a wonderful, wonderful occasion. So people can join in at home if you can't get to Redemptorist Church by going to www.novena-at-home.redemptorists.co.uk. Well, there are prayers which they could set up a little shrine to Our Lady in their own home. Remember when our Lord was on the cross and he said to St. John, behold your mother, and St. John the Evangelist at the foot of the cross took Our Lady into his own home. Well, we can take Our Lady into our own home as well by setting up a little shrine to our Blessed Mother, and that would be a wonderful opportunity to participate in the Novena that way as well. For us, she's the one who brings Jesus to the world, because when the Archangel Gabriel came to her, she submitted, she became pregnant with our Lord, and then the first thing she did, which is very important for us as missionaries, she took Jesus in her womb to visit her cousin Elizabeth. So she was the first missionary taking Jesus out into the world to people who didn't know about him. And from that, being the first missionary, the love of Christ spread throughout the world. And as Redemptorists, we're meant to preach the good news of Christ to the most abandoned and the poorest. And so Our Lady is a wonderful example, a patroness, a helper in our mission and in our missionary work. I became a Redemptorist when I was 25, 5 years ago now, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience. And if you or someone you know, some young man, is thinking about possibly entering religious life, would like to come and see what our life is like, then I'd wholeheartedly welcome them and ask them to come make contact with us and come and see what it's all about to be a Redemptorist and bring that good news of Christ the Redeemer to everyone.